Merinos. Good to see you. Hi, everyone. It's Kali here. I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon and evening, and you're ready to have some fun. I'm ready to have some fun with flowers, guys. It's been a busy weekend for the new house family, and those of you who have been thinking about Kaya with her concussion, thank you so much. She's doing really good and recovering well. So thank you for thinking of her, and she's recovering just great. So guys, as the stream starts going out to everybody, we're going to send a notification right now in Discord to let everybody know we're live. If you want to get our notification list so you can join us anytime we're live, just go ahead and text us at 832-734-5201. Text us the word live, and we'll send you how to get on our notification list, because we're sending them out right now. And you guys have 2 more days, well, actually you have 3 more days to join design school before it closes for the fall. So today we're going to be making a fun design to kind of give you a taste of what we do in design school. So, okay, the feed's coming on. Everybody should be seeing it good now. We'll be rocking and rolling. All right, thank you for thinking about my baby girl. Thank you, she's doing great. Okay, this is a brand new greenery I want to play with today to create our base, and it is just stunning. It has a eucalyptus leaf, it has a long needle pine, it has a really fun, like, really long needle, and then these couple of different berries in there. I love all the texture this one gives. So we're going to take and start with a couple of these, and then some basic pine. I see Tina. Hi, Tina and Judy, Elaine, Jenny, and Renee. I'm so glad you could join us today. Like normal, when I get done with this video, we will have a supply list on Khalees.com, and we'll be posting in the comments the link for Design School on any of the platforms that let us do that. But if they don't let us do that, you can grab the link to join our class in the description of this post or in our bio. You can check either one. So let's get going here. I did put the hanger on to get us started, and I'm going to start to spread out a little greenery. We're going to make this a no bow wreath, so it'll be a little bit different. Different parts of the country, believe it or not, they don't really care for ribbon, or some people don't. So we're going to have some options that don't have ribbon. And usually what I'll do when I'm teaching in design school is I will tell you, hey, that's the bow zone, but here's some other options to put in that area if we're not doing a bow. You know, we can use a pod, a pine cone, we can just do all kind of fun stuff in there. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Terry. Hi, Casey. Hi, Teresa. Good evening to you, too. The design today, I'm feeling like we should make it really long and luscious. Kathy, we'll be sending out a notification on Discord, so you should see it any minute if it hasn't come out yet. Okay, so make sure you have signed up for notifications through the text list. You have to get on the notifications list. It's a little cumbersome. It wouldn't be that way if texting wouldn't be so expensive, but that's how it is. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Nisako. Good to see you. Now, I'm going to bring this one in here. So I'm starting to put some greenery in and start to get some shape formed out. Generally, I'm going to teach that we're going to build the base first and get some shape going. Now, let's bring some of this pine in. Do I sell these made? I sure do. You can find them in our Etsy shop, and we also sell them locally in a store here in Houston. But I teach floral design, and we sell supplies on Khalees.com. All of that's linked up in my bio, so you can go check it out there and get help to find whatever you're looking for. Right now, our design school class, it's not open all the time. It's just open twice a year for new students, and that's what we're focusing on right now, today. Okay, these are some really fun pine. They're plasticky, but they look great, so you won't be able to tell. And when it's plastic like this, if you're doing some type of installation outdoors, this is a perfect type to use out there too. How you doing, Patty and Norma and Dallas? Good to see you guys. I like to welcome everyone. So you guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, welcome also. Glad to have you. Come on in. You guys, I need to get my Spanish moss. I brought some over here. Let me grab it. Spanish moss. Y'all, I feel like I am moving households, moving into the new studio. I am not really all here yet, but we're getting there. Sorry, this is the big bag. I'll move it to a cute little container. You know, that's an excuse for me to buy a cute little basket or something. Is the to put the moss in. Hi, Jody. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. You joined design school yesterday. Oh, fantastic! Thank you. We're so glad to have you. Glad you could come join us. We'll be Tuesday is the last day for new students to join. And if you've already joined, don't forget, I'm live in design school Tuesday mornings at 11:30 Central. And everything we do in design school is recorded. And if you guys have been a member of design school for a little while, you might want to go take a look. For a while, one of our plugins wasn't working where our Tuesday lives in the group weren't automatically uploading to the portal. So guess what? Honey Bunny got it all fixed and now it's working again. Hi, good to see you. Glad you're here on TikTok too. All right, so I'm starting to put some of the regular pine in between. And I'm going to add this in kind of around. Basically, I'm using what I call zigzag placement, meaning I go left and right and left and right. We could have put this in first, but I wanted to kind of see how long that other pine was going to work. Now, if I don't see my glue, then I'm good. I don't have to cover it. You can see here I've created a triangle with those 3 pieces of pine. I flanked it with this pretty berry piece that's shooting right between it, okay? So I'm going to create the same look up here and do the same type of placement. So I'm going to teach guys, just like I would in design school, so you can learn this design right here and get a taste of what we do in class. And if you're not on our email list, you want to get on it because we gave out a free tutorial, those of you on our design school list, just on our email list. You didn't have to be on the design school list for you to taste a free tutorial. If you missed that email and you want to get one, Nicole's going to kill me. But if you say, hey, Clea, I want to see a tutorial before I sign up, we'll let you have one free. So just email info@clease.com. And we'll let you do that. But you better hurry because the deadline to join is Tuesday. So you see I've got my triangle up there, berries shooting through it. Same thing. Now I want to do that same type of placement right here. And this would be the bow zone if we're going to have a bow. It still functions as our transition point. So we're going to put some pine in right here. Welcome everybody. I see a lot of people watching. Great to see you guys today. If you're new, certainly welcome. If you haven't liked and subscribed and followed and done all that stuff, please do it. Hey, Kathy, you want to try a tutorial? Yeah, welcome. You guys, if you're new on TikTok, just email us, info@clease.com, and we will let you, what you're going to do is you're going to get a code for one tutorial, okay? So you can try it out. You guys, anybody new? info@clease.com. Deadline to join the class is Tuesday, so you're going to have to hurry and ask for that code, because once the class closes, we won't be doing that anymore. That's just a behind the scenes. Okay, and here it may be a little bit easier to see our triangle because we actually have it green. We've got it popping, rocking, and rolling. Okay, so that just basically helps us get great even placement. Then we're divided up by our really pretty pine. Now, the design I have planned, we're going to have a whole bunch of this red eucalyptus. This is a beautiful spray. I had this on the live sale the other day, and I realized I got to play with it. Hi, Lana. Thank you for the love and sprinkling the love all over. You're awesome. Now, I'm going to take this, and this is a hand wrap stem. So I love working with hand wrap stems because it means I can tear. And I've made thousands and thousands of wreaths, sold thousands. So anytime you don't cut, it's a little bit healthier for your hands. That's only really a concern for people who are making lots to sell. We have a lot of design school students who are making lots to sell. So then I'm going to take and clean up these ends. They're messy from the tearing, so I just do a nice little cut, but I did most of the cutting, I did most of the tearing, so I didn't have to cut. Okay, now you've got to shake hands with each piece. I love this one because it has the super trendy eucalyptus and it's got a gorgeous pine cone. Because we are using no bow in our design today, I'm going to save anything with a gorgeous pine cone for the transition point, and the transition point means where the direction changes on the wreath, and that changes for every project we do, and I make sure to teach you that on classes and give you different options. I also give you stopping points in each design, so you know, hey, this is where I could stop. And Nicole, I'm going to use 2 of these picks. I think I only told you 1, but I'm going to use 2. So let's tear this, and that'll give me 2 pine cones and 2 without pine cones to use. I'm going to trim this one up. So this is kind of the prep work I'm doing for each piece. But you can see this has little pine cones. This one has a little bit of smaller pine cone, which will be great down here. But I want to save those chunky ones for the transition point. All right, let's get in here. If I'm missing anybody's comments, I'm sorry. I'm seeing a lot of you guys watch, and I'm not seeing a lot of comments, which is fine if nobody's talking. But I don't know if we got a glitch or what we got going. Every day it's a new adventure streaming, y'all. So I'm going to bring this one in here. This is going to be kind of my focal point to this wreath. This is all a greenery and berry wreath. So these have to really pay attention to my placement, even a little bit more than I did my greenery, because they have the pop of the red. Hi there, Vicki. I see you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. All right. Now this one has no big pine cone. So we're going to use it kind of down here, coming down into this section right here. So one of the things I like for you to learn as a floral design student in wreath making is it's more than just shoving things in. We have to always be thinking our placement when we're putting pieces in our design, so that way we have a very cohesive and even looking design when it all comes to it. And you might see me on TikTok, sometimes I'm like, don't just shove it in. That's what I'm talking about. Think about how you're putting your pieces in to make sure your project is going to look just a little bit better than the competition, a little bit better than, like your neighbors will be blown away. You made it. People from the office will now need you to make all their projects. I promise you'll get better at what you do. I've got lots and lots of fantastic feedback from my students, and I share that on our design school page, and they have been so good to us when they come in and they share on lives. So you guys, if you're watching now and wherever you're watching and you're a design school student, if you've got any feedback you'd like to share for anybody else watching, we'd love it. Tell them about your favorite thing and what you enjoy. And I know a lot of you guys have been in there for all 4 years now. And thank you. Everyone who's been with us on this journey. It's just been wonderful. And I get to teach you what I love. And that is the best. Okay, I'm going to come in right here. This is that one I want at the transition point because it's got that pine cone. So we'll bring it down. Hi, Deborah. Good to see you. I see Leslie, Marilyn, Lisa, Jan, and Kitty are here, and Bonnie. I'm really not ignoring anyone. It's just a kind of a strange feed. I don't see everybody's comments. So if I'm missing anything, I'm sorry. Let me check over here on TikTok. How you guys doing? Oh, you guys are following and sharing. Awesome. Let's bring there. Hi, Jan. Oh, Lynn, you buttered my big Texas biscuit. You're the best. I love when Vince says that. I don't know who started the butter and the biscuit, but it's so cute. Vince is usually the one who says it. I'm glad you said it today, Lynn. Oh, it's so cute. And I want you to also notice, as I'm putting in each layer, look how far this is coming off the wreath. Okay, real important. Depth and dimension means more dollars when you're selling your work rather than flat. No. Oh, thank Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, let's put one more in. Hi, Judy. And listen, the other day I was seeing a wreath and thought the wreath looked pretty good on Etsy, and then I realized the leaves were backwards. So please, please, please flip your leaves the right way. The veins of the leaves go to the back, okay? Unless it's some kind of really funky design leaf, the veins go on the back, the pretty eucalyptus goes on the front. So take some time to shape out your pieces so Klee doesn't have to lose her mind, okay? So some of you might be saying, well, this is not a whimsical wreath. This is just kind of a beautiful green and berry wreath. And you're right. This is a little different style than we've been making the last few days. But we can take it and make it a little more whimsical too. I'm going to add a little more greenery. We're going to fill this piece out. And then what I'm going to do is I'll show you how we can make it a little more whimsical if that's your style. Hello there. Good to see you over on TikTok. Okay, I'm taking, and now we're going to bring some of this pine back in. This is the long needle pine. And I love, because it's got this berry, the long eucalyptus, all of that stuff. We're going to mix this right in. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Okay. Now, here's our transition point. So, I've got to make that nice and chunky in there, and we're using a pine cone, but now I'm going to bring a couple pieces of this pine in here, and at the transition, things will overlap up and down, okay? And that is also a great bow zone where you can put a bow, or let's say I wanted to pop in a big pine cone here. That would be a great spot to pop a pine cone. Oh my God, this is so pretty. This new greenery is juicy. It is lovely. Okay, I'm going to take one piece of pine. Now, you see how I made it super wispy? That's because we chose a more wispy type pine. That's one of our trade secrets when we get ready to give even Christmas things that wispy look. We're going to put some more of this in. Hi, Brandy! Brandy, good to see you. I hope you've been busy creating. I know you've been selling, girl. Good job. I haven't checked on your Etsy stuff in a while, but last time I did, you look busy. I love it. Okay, so I brought a little pine over here too, and I'm going to bring one more piece of this filler in to just fill it in right there. So you might be saying, hey, this style is different than I'm used to. Well, you know what? This style is popular in different parts of the country who they want something artificial that can last multiple seasons and hold up in the weather, but they don't want all the whimsical ribbon and things like a lot of people want in Texas. So we just filled that in and we made it nice and full. Look at the bottom now. We filled that in just a whole bunch, guys. Okay? Ooh, that looks good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same treatment to the top. So I've got 3 more pieces to add that wispiness to the top, and then our cute little pine to fill in. Oh, Jan, cannot wait for the supply list. Awesome, Jan. This is really pretty greenery that we're playing with. Hello, Ladybug. I'm glad you're here over on TikTok, too. Okay, let me trim these pieces off. I'm trimming on my table because I got to figure out the garbage can location. I still haven't figured that out yet. If you guys just got here, welcome, welcome. I'm designing a piece and teaching like I would in design school, teaching you some of the tips and tricks because you only have a couple more days to join before it closes for Christmas season. It won't open up again until March. So really, if you're wanting to learn Christmas and then Easter, you need to join now because by the time we open up it again in March, we'll be way into Easter. Okay? Now, this one, see how that swoops over? That's great because it will reinforce the shape. So I'm going to go up there in the middle. Oh my God, this pine is juicy, guys. I love when I get excited mid-video. So in a moment, I'm going to show you how we can take this wreath from beautiful greens to a little more cutesy, if that's what you want, if that would work better for your customers. Sheila, isn't this beautiful? Thank you. I'm loving it too. It's so full and lush. You know, it's this angel pine in the background that's mixing with the berries and the eucalyptus. So I told you, this is plasticky, And you want to count it out, but every time I use this in a piece, it's like beautiful. Thanks, Sharon. I'm glad you like it. So you're going to use this behind, and it's just going to kind of beef up these areas. So I'm going to come here right at the transition. I've got glue on the tip. We're just going to push it right down. And at this point, I really don't need to hide the glue anymore. It's kind of in the background. Let's bring some more over here. Oh my God, so lush. I'm falling in love with it. So we're going to pop a little more here, and then I see a little bit where I can kind of see through the back right there. Okay, so this is really, really beautiful, and I would just kind of call this this would be a great wreath just like this. But I'm going to show you how we could take this and pop it to a little bit different look with some cute whimsical pieces. Okay, this one I needed right in here. So even though I started off with really good even placement of the greenery, we're always going to need a little bit to fill in with towards the end, okay? All right, let's do it. Yes, the moss is to hide the mechanics. You got it. Rochelle, thank you, ma'am. Michelle's of Blue Merino. Katie, yes, Blue Merino, helping out on TikTok. So if we want this to be a little bit more whimsical, I'm going to show you how we can add some classic buffalo check. This is a red and black buffalo check. This, I will tell you, never goes out of style for Christmas. Black and white might go back and forth. This is always in style, okay? So I'm going to take this and break it into 3 sections. The reason I'm not going to just take and tear this is these will be short, and I want the length on them because I got to fight my way. Look at all the depth, okay? There's a lot of depth, so I can't cut them super short or they won't get out. They'll just be tight to the base. So I'm going to take and cut these, and we'll put some of these in. Let's do it. You guys, if you ever want to access a supply list from a video, you're just going to go to Cleese.com and click on supply lists, and you will see all the supply lists. If you do not have access to a supply list, it's because it's private for design school, and they're paying for access to those supplies first. That's something else we do. We protect the supplies for design school students, so they get first dibs at it. So if it's password protected, you just go to the next one and you can access the next supply list that's available, okay? All right, let's put some of these in. I'm not going to glue at first. I'm just going to tuck a couple in. Let's take and tuck this in and we'll see. Oh my God, how cute. So now we've got this rustic feel, and I love letting these climb up right here, okay? All right. And now I'm going to take 2 more, and I'm going to have them come up that way because I've got a little trick up my sleeve. And see how I'm rotating these? I'm rotating them to go with the C shape that we're developing, okay? And just, these are all wired, so you can have them do whatever. These remind me of those fiddlehead ferns we use in the spring. Oh God, that I just can't ever get enough of, y'all. I have a moss fern twiggy addiction, okay? So see how those are cupping? That's adding a little more whimsy. And let me bring this one down. And then I'm going to use this one up here. And now I'm going to have this one pop out to the outside. So I'm adding just a little bit more whimsicalness. And then, oh, Michelle loves being a Blue Merino. Thanks, Michelle. Look at this. This is a Jingle Bell pick of the same print. Anytime you add bells to a wreath on somebody's front door, it's just so sweet when the door opens and it closes. There's just a little jingle. And if they don't like the jingle, then they are a bah humbugger and they're not our customer. That's how we handle that. Okay, so this one's real easy to divide into 3 sections. Kim, are you noticing the grapevines aren't as good as they were in the past? You know what, Kim? For me, I don't really worry about it. I just show the prettiest part of the grapevine. And after you really get good at placement, Kim, it doesn't really bother me. I just keep working with what we got. So I really haven't noticed lately, but I haven't been buying them out at any box stores, so I don't know what's all going on with what they have at Hobby Lobby and stuff, so I'm not sure. But keep hunting for some good ones. Okay, so now I can take and we can add a little spray of these bells right in here. I know, I love the jingle too. So you can see we took a beautiful, beautiful green wreath that wasn't necessarily having any whimsy to it. And it was so pretty. Nothing wrong with it. It was gorgeous and lush. But if your customer's in cutesy, then you can add this right in. You can pop this right in, right here, to really take it to the next level. Be careful with long needle pine, because sometimes when you get hot glue on it, it melts at a lower temperature, and it can burn the tar out of you. So be careful when you put this in. I'm going to try to have this go up here. But I hit that pine with it. And these can pull out too, which is super duper cute. We can have that kind of going out. Now that's our transition point. So you see it going up and down in that same area. And you kind of get this explosion right out of there. Isn't that fun? I know, it's so cute. Thanks, Brenda. And then I'm going to take one more jingle, and we're going to use it up at the top up there. And bring it in here. So I think I love it. And depending what you want to do, if you're selling or it's for yourself, you can put these pieces in or not. You can take them right out. Whatever you want to do to make the piece be what your customers want or what you might want for your particular door. All right, so let me take and glue this one in. I got to glue that other curl in, but I love how you can take these and just use them like a funky twig and go up and down. Oh my God, so cute. How fun was this? 2 wreaths in 1. You guys got a bonus. That's something I do in design school. On most every video, I give a stopping point in the project. Sometimes that stopping point may be for budget. Like, hey, I only have this much to spend on this project, so I kind of give you a stopping point. And then we do provide the supply list for every project we do. And even if I go out and get supplies from somewhere else, like I go to Walmart or Hobby Lobby or something like that, I always give you the links. Another thing I do in design school is when I plan out videos for the main page, if I'm going to be using supplies that are coming from a big box store also, I make sure to give them first dibs and tell them ahead of time. So if they want to grab that stuff, they can, because a lot of stuff sells out quickly. If I'm getting it from Walmart or sometimes I get stuff from Target, the dollar spot and things like that. And I'm looking for weird things that not everybody's using in wreaths, so we can always be different. You guys, so the supply list for this one is posted to Khalees.com. You can go check it out, see how to make your own. Look how full it turned out. And when we get to the back, one of the things I want to do is check the back. I did pretty good, but I got a couple of poking through here. So when you do that, you want to take for a second and just trim these off or bend them in. And I did pretty good. You really don't want anything poking out the back because that could scratch somebody's door. You want to be really careful. But I think it turned out beautiful. All right, Bloomerinos, y'all come join us in design school. We'd love to have you there. I'm going to have a Q&A probably tomorrow. If you have any questions you want to ask, of course, ask during any of the lives. You can certainly email us at info@khalees.com. If you haven't taken advantage of the free tutorial, do that. And we will be happy to assist you and make your joining our class super easy. And of course, we're looking forward to having lots of fun with you. All right. Bye, everybody.